Howdy, howdy, fellas. Welcome to another World of Warships Legends match today. Trying something a little different. This is live comms, so yeah, hopefully this goes well. One of my goals for this is they added the three new GXP ships, the Terrene, Viribus Unitis, and the Mutsu. I've already done a Mutsu video. It's honestly all three of these ships. They're fine. They're not amazing. If you have a gap in your like premium stuff, like they're totally fine to pick up. None of them are outright bad ships. None of them are great. This one has, I think, of the three, kind of has a bad rap. I think it's better than it gets credit for. One of its biggest problems is it has to compete with this guy, the Julio Cesare. This is pound for pound one of the best ships in the game. I mean, it is. Some people will say it's a tier 5 ship at tier 4. I wouldn't go quite that far, but as far as ships go, it's just extremely well-rounded. Look at that big weak nose. Like, it's not invincible, but yeah, it's got good side plating. A lot of ships at this tier are even less well armored. It's even like, yeah, it's got that kind of very small citadel, so you'll get stuff where the shells might arm beforehand. The guns are very good. It has, I think it has a 1.9 sigma. Ooh, don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's got a really good turning radius. The speed is very good for a tier 4 battleship, especially considering the other advantages it has. AA has a low rating, but 70 at tier 4, especially if you get a tier 3 carrier, like that's fine. Even the secondary weapons, they're short range, but like there's enough of them. And with the secondary targeting up, like yeah, this thing's kind of a monster at tier 4. But this video is about this guy. So what's up with this guy? I have got him, I've gone back and forth with his base skill, or like this Yanko Yukovic commander, his unique skill. This one versus Brawler. If I'm going to go in arcade, I might as well just go with Brawler. Like, I can't remember the last time I've engaged a ship under the, whatever, 13.1 kilometer range you get on this. Like, very rarely you'll get a ship outside of that, and you can really play around it. And actually, speaking of arcade, that's where I would recommend playing this thing. If you do pick it up, it can work in standard. I've played, I think, one game in standard. Yeah, I played one game, 100% win rate. It's the best ship in the game. But I mean, obviously, I had a good game, 115,000 damage, 3 ships sunk. What is that? 2,400 XP. Like, it's not bad in standard. It definitely works. It's great at killing cruisers, and the guns are still big enough for the overmatch that knows that a lot of battleships at the tier have. But it's the range, the extremely low AA, like it's definitely got drawbacks, but really arcade is a lot of fun with this thing. I haven't played a ton of matches because again, like it's up against the Julio. Like the GC is amazing. Let's look at some of the strengths. It does have an armored nose, weak top plate, but you can see that's got that armored nose. The stern is not, so be careful about that. Got thick side armor. It has a sloped citadel. I find that it will still definitely take citadel damage. I don't think that that's necessarily sloped enough to prevent anything from coming in totally, but it does work a little bit. It's super low health, but a lot of the battleships at tier 4 are low health anyway. The GC doesn't have much more than that, so something you have to be aware of. Negligible torpedo reduction, but also not crazy outside of that. Good reload on the guns, but we've also built into that. The biggest thing about this is you look at those secondaries, a lot of people say, oh, it's a secondary battleship. I don't think so. I really don't think so. It doesn't have the reload, 10-second reload with nothing into it. So yeah, you can bring it down a little bit, but it's not going to be amazing. Only 6 per side, but then we'll look at it on this one. If you look at this layout, you see there are these casemate guns. Only 4 are forward firing, and I find, like the firing angles, you really start to have to open up kind of a lot before you get all the guns on target. And then you've got those 2 at the back that are kind of rear facing. I don't see it. Like, yeah, not worth it. So let's take this guy into battle. All right. Whoops. Let me turn that off. Boom. There we go. Voice chat disabled. All right. We got a match. What do we have? Hey, they're even real people. Hey, and we got a Giulio Cesare. Let's see what. That's a guy we got to look out for. He's in a division with a Furitaka. Jaguar. All right. So, like, these guys are good. Don't care about any of those. That's fine. Let's see what we can do. So yeah, this is actually really kind of a good. If I can do well in this match, I think this will show how this ship can perform. But we might lose. Well, so let's see how we do. Oh, somebody's shooting. Fine. Yeah, so the armor on this thing is actually surprisingly good, but you do want to keep angled. Firing angles aren't good, but it's got a quick enough rudder. It's like 11 seconds and like a 500-meter turning radius. So you can do that whole wiggle back and forth thing. It's not fast. But let's see how we do. Following our DD, looking for shots over B if anybody gets spotted. Don't love that our two battleships are just like, he's moving up. Alright, so yeah, said I wouldn't have any engagements over 13.1 kilometers, but there we are. I lied. But nah, it's fine. You get in pretty fast. And that's also, Jaguar, hello. A drawback in standard. The ranges are going to be longer. So, let's take a shot at that guy. Furitaka. Not bad. See if anybody else shoots at it. One would hope. Can I get over this? I don't think so. So I'm gonna take a shot at the Giulio. I'm probably talking too quiet. Oh, he's got a whole thing going on. All right, I'm actually gonna turn out. Yep, okay, that's good. Because everybody's headed over. Yep, and there's some torps. Everybody's headed over there to the Giulio. I'm gonna try to engage this for Ataka in B. Just get him done. Yeah. Oof. That hurts. But I don't want to be broadside to the indefatigable over here. So let's just be a little careful. Not great shots so far, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Or I won't post this one. Think I can sneak that in. Yeah, it's the rear turrets. All right, for Ataka, let's do. Oh, spotted. That's not what I want. Let's just go for it. Will they get over? I think they might. Yeah. I mean, and that's really the shots that this thing loves, is you can get citadels on cruisers that you might not otherwise. It's certainly not guaranteed. Nothing in life is. All right, he ran away. So let's see if we can get this guy. There's the Colbert. Corbet, sorry, not Colbert. What is this, legendary tier? Alright, get that. Does the Indefatigable have torpedoes? I honestly can't remember. Yeah, good wax on the Corbett. Like, again, I think this thing gets a really bad rap. He's aiming at me. It's really not bad. Alright, he just shot. I'm gonna do a cheeky turn. Gamer turn. I don't remember if he has torpedoes. Furitaka's not coming back. Try to aim for the nose. Yep, that hurt a little bit. It's fine. That one hurt more. That's less fine. You see, yeah, and this is where the low health does hurt. Alright, I want to get out of here. Just, that's fine, fine, ow. Alright, that's good. Hey, our team's doing something, that's nice. Alright, he's gonna try to get some guns on me. Can we turn? Oh, a little bit of lag. That's a bummer. It'll be fine. I think he's probably launching. Again, I cannot remember this thing has torpedoes. We're chunking him. I'm gonna try to get around this island. I'm looking at the map. Oh, yeah, I'm lagging. Oh, what? Why am I lagging? No! It was the worst. Shoot forward a little bit, chunk him some more. Ow, ow, he's chunking me back. If we can get these turrets over, if I can stay alive long enough to get a heal off, that would be amazing. Let's see, what do we have? Ooh, 4 bounces. What? Oh, I might be able to cheeky. That guy's going down, right? Yeah. Gamer turn. Can we do it? Ow. I think I get my reload off before he does. Let's see. Oh, oh, oh. He still had 1 turret. Alright, we're going for it. 'Cause oh, no. Not like this. Ooh, that was close! He missed. Alright. So, I mean, again, this thing isn't the best ship in the game, but it works. Nobody is capped A. This isn't a match where I would have just like solo carried this whole thing, but I know other people have said the Indefatigable is quite good. I don't think I have it. Did I pick? I can't remember. And the red team didn't play particularly well this match, but it's arcade, you know, it goes both ways. You can see how you can definitely put the damage out. I think I'll probably score pretty well just because I have 24 defend ribbons. But yeah, that's the Viribus Unitis. Let's see if I can get another few good shots on this Courbet, but at the end of the day, this is a win, kind of no matter what this guy does. I'll get my heals in. And yeah, it's a good enough ship. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I would never in a million years even come close to claiming it's better than something like the Giulio Cesare, even something like the Nevada, probably the Indefatigable. Like, they're probably overall better ships, but this one really isn't as bad as people make it out to be. I think because people do build it for the secondaries. Obviously, I don't have a secondary build, so they're even worse than they would be, but you can see, like, there's just not enough firing at any given point to really be worth it. The reload's way too long. They just don't have it in there. And you could also see the main guns really aren't bad. There were plenty of troll salvos in there that are just like spraying stuff all over the place. But that's kind of true for any tier 4 battleship. Like, yeah, I think, you know, sometimes we look at this stuff and just say like, oh, it's terrible. But it's like, if everything else is too, you know, it's like, yeah, it's fine. That's just how it is. So let's see how we did. I think that T-22 had a decent game. Yeah, 92,000, high caliber. Yeah, 1600, so it's a fine ship. Not the best, not the worst.